we will next hear from Lisa Johnson, followed by Evan Stark. Is Lisa Johnson in?
Yep, I'm here.
You have your 3 minutes.
Okay. Senator Winfield, Representative Staffstrom, Ranking Members Kissel and Fishbein, and distinguished members of the Judiciary Committee. My name is Lisa Johnson, and I'm from testifying in favor of Jennifer's Law SB 1060. In 2015, I filed for divorce and have been in Stamford Superior Court and most recently Connecticut Appellate Court ever since. To date, I have hundreds of docket pleadings and over 70 court appearances in just the past 3 years with no end in sight. For the divorce alone, I spent approximately $100,000, which will take me decades to pay back. As I could not afford an attorney, I have been pro se for post-judgment matters in Connecticut and have been told by multiple experts that I have saved well over $500,000 in legal fees. The abuse from my ex-husband has been ongoing and follows a pattern of coercive control tactics to maintain power over myself and my children, financially and legally in particular. Stalking me through the courts is the only weapon for him to maintain control over me now, and unfortunately, Connecticut has provided a stage for it. The failure of Connecticut courts to enforce their own orders has emboldened him. He has racked up 3 counts of contempt so far, with more being filed as he continues to defy court orders with impunity and zero consequences from the very system which was supposed to provide the relief I was promised on paper in 2018. Jennifer's Law would have helped me specifically in terms of getting a restraining order for my teenage daughter against her father. Even with a history of documented police reports, years of written records with our local domestic violence agency, and a letter from my daughter's therapist pleading for the courts to keep her safe, Judge Heller told me that this was not enough to meet the standard to obtain protection for her at the time. You should know that with the help of Pace Women's Justice Center in New York, I was able to obtain an order of protection the very next day in White Plains Family Court, and I am convinced that this was the most significant thing in her ability to heal. What does that say about Connecticut's investment in our children's safety? Trying to adjust to legal and financial abuse as a central part of my life, I've since formed an organization called Been There, Got Out, which provides community guidance and support to people struggling in toxic relationships. I also became a state-certified domestic violence advocate and interact every day with others all over the world who face similar struggles. It may be too late for current legislation to help with my own legal nightmare, but I beg you to favorably report Jennifer's Law SB 1060 out of committee so that the General Assembly can vote to strengthen our approach to actually protect domestic violence victims and keep our children safe. Thank you for your consideration.